Hey, what's up, everybody? All right. So I've been doing some videos, going to some penitentiaries, some supermax penitentiaries, and I've been doing some videos, just giving a little detailed outside of the prisons, outside the walls. And I've been getting some good feedback, but now I want to do some stories about what goes on, or at least my experience. I've got so many experiences, from being in prison, county jail, and stuff like that, that I wanted to share with you guys. Now we'll talk a little bit about what happened to me one time while I was on a 4-year sentence. Well, before I get into the story, guys, I want to share with you guys and let you guys know that, I just want to make it clear that I don't live that life anymore. I've been on the straight and narrow, and I finally was able to break out of that vicious cycle that I was wrapped up in for so many years. And I thank the Lord above and my higher power, man, that I was able to redeem myself from the bottomless pit that I was in. And I'm able to survive and succeed today in my life, So I always want to start my videos off with that because I'm grateful. And it's truly a blessing, and I'm a miracle that I'm able to sit here and tell you the stories, and I'm not living that life anymore, and I'm just blessed. So we'll get into the story, guys. It had to be, I don't know. I think maybe, I think it was about 06, 07. I was homeless in the streets. It was rough, I was a drug addict. I was doing a lot of stupid shit, I didn't even have a pot to piss in, man. All I did was search for that next high, or that next low is like what I like to call it now, because when you get high, you're not getting high, you're getting low. You fuck everything up, fuck your whole life up. But it had to be about 06, 07, guys, and I was out there. I caught a retail theft. And I think they gave me 5 years. Then they gave me 5 years, 5-year sentence, and I went to county jail. That's why I was not fighting my case, but that's Cook County 26 in California, and anybody from Chicago knows all about that place. I'll tell you some stories in the future about that place, man. Place is nuts. But went there, got shipped out, went to NRC, and was sitting there for about a month and a half, 2 months before I got my bag to go to my joint that I was going to do my time at. Man, it's the worst. It's the worst, man. You sit there in NRC, Northern Reception Classification, and you don't come out the goddamn cell, man. You have a cellie, no matter who the hell they want to put you with. You're in there with them and you're stuck. You're stuck until you get classified, until they send you to the joint you're going to go to, where you're going to serve your time at. Oh my God, it's the worst, guys. It's like you stacked up in there like cattle. If you're lucky, you'll get a freaking shower once a week. If you're freaking lucky. Sometimes they don't even give you that. Absolutely no freedom, guys. Absolutely no freedom. You're stuck in a box. You're living in a fucking bathroom, man. You got the freaking shitter right there next to your goddamn head. You live in a bathroom, man, when you do time. So anyway, I sat there for I think it was about 60 days that time, man. It was worse. It was the worst, man. They come Monday through Thursday, and they have bags. And they have a bag with a K number on it. It's a K17, a K18, a K67. The numbers that are next to the K are the location that you're going to be serving your time at all throughout the state of Illinois. Down south, whatever penitentiary. Every penitentiary is a different number. Of course, your Supermax and your Max joints are the lower numbers. Menard, Statesville, stuff like that. I ended up going to Shawnee. I went to Shawnee, which is a medium max. There's a couple people there doing life. There's a couple lifers there. But I ended up going there. And I was there. I got shipped out finally. I went there, got all settled in. I was there about like 4 or 5 months. And they have a real low security work camp that ships out from Shawnee. It's called Hardin County Work Camp. And I was fortunate enough because my time was real low. And, you know, they gave me the opportunity and the option if I wanted to go to the work camp. Which, guys, if you're in the medium max security, man, where you're 23-1, it's a no-brainer, man. You're going from 23-1 to basically all the freedom in the world. You got to get to work a job. It's a dorm. You know, you get a state-loan TV. You know, it's just like, it's as much freedom as you could get if you want to say if you're locked up. It's the most freedom you can get. So just think about that, you know. No cells, no none of that shit. No handcuffs, you know. They feed you great. Commissary is great. They got a big-ass gym, all the weights on the yard you want, you know. So it was a no-brainer for me, guys. So they shipped me there. And I was there. I was on road crew, you know. We'd go to towns, we'd cut grass. You know, we're down like the Shawnee area, down southern Illinois, you know. Way south. We're going to the little towns, you know. We work like a job, man. Like 7 to 3, you know. It's just like an 8-hour job, man. Cut grass, you know, shovel, do a lot of shit, man. But I was there for about like 4 or 5 months, and when you get on your sentence, when you get short, by short, what I mean is when you get like a year left on your sentence or something like that, you got to go through a program, you know. It's like try to acclimate you back into the community and trying to set you up to succeed instead of that vicious cycle, steady coming in and out, you know. So they have programs, they have computer classes, show you how to do a resume, show you how to, you know, basically be a productive member of society when you get back to the streets, which, you know, if I'm speaking from experience, knowing just being in that cycle for so many years, it was so hard for me to break. And, you know, the recidivism rate for people now is not great, guys. People are going in and out of prison, you know, and once you get stuck in that cycle, guys, it's hard to break. But they had that class, and there was a teacher. It was a female teacher there. And, you know, I went to the class, and, you know, I got real cool with the teacher, man. And after a while, you know, I completed the class. It's like a 2-month course. I completed the class. I didn't have to go back anymore, but, you know, the teacher reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be her assistant. So I was a teacher's assistant, and I was like, hell yeah, you know, fuck yeah. So I got more time out of the dorm. You know, I was helping the new students that were coming in, that were getting ready to go home and stuff like that. But I ended up hitting it off, man, with the teacher, man, and it was nuts, man. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was locked up, and I basically was in a full-blown relationship with the fucking teacher, man. She was bringing me all this type of shit from outside in the world. She was bringing me Folgers coffee in the glass, you know. A lot of the white guys, a lot of the hillbillies, they love to chew, do the dip. She was bringing me freaking stacks of the dip, the Kodak Wintergreen. Man, she was fucking bringing me cigarettes, dude. I was selling, I was doing all kinds of shit, man, you know, that wasn't permitted, but she was enabling me, man, and I was like, I was running with it like I didn't even give a shit, man. I was like, God damn, I cannot believe, you know, of course, all my guys, everybody that was like, you know, on my team, all my closest buddies, they were getting hit left and right. Man, with nachos, freaking just everything from the streets, man, like freaking burgers, dude. She was bringing me all kinds of shit, man. But, you know, living in that type of environment, you know, everybody's around each other. It's hard. It's hard to keep shit on the down low, man, because you got people watching from all angles, man. And you have your fucking haters. There's haters in the penitentiary just like there's haters out here, you know. So, you know, this went on for about like 6 months, man. Like, I had so much shit, man. I cuffed her, man, and she was bringing me all kinds of shit. She was bringing me fucking, man, donuts, dude. Fucking, I was going to the fucking to the class during count. You know, during count, she was telling the COs, "Hey, I got this guy with me at count. Don't worry, he's here." You know, and shit was just unheard of, man. I was basically living like I was free in the world, man. I was locked up. It was crazy, but long story short, man, I ended up getting hated on, bro. Somebody told. I'm pretty sure I know who it was that told on me. I'm not gonna put that person out there, you know, because it's way long in the past. But I ended up getting ratted on, you know. And they raided my dorm. They raided my box, man. They found all kinds of illegal shit, all kind of contraband that I was not supposed to have. And they fucking booked my ass and sent me back. I was in SEG. They sent me back to Shawnee. And I went to SEG, man. And I was getting out. I had like 2 months left on my sentence, guys. So you could imagine I was sick. I was sick as fuck, man. I had to go back, you know, and they gave me a fucking ticket. They gave me like 4 different tickets, man. And they spacked me with a year across the board, man. So I couldn't get out. They ended up fucking shipping me out to Lawrence. And Lawrence is a max joint, man. It was horrible, man. They ended up sending me to Lawrence. And I went there. And I was in SEG there. The whole time I was there, I was in SEG, man. I did a whole year in SEG down there, man. It was horrible. And this place is right next to a turkey farm. So, like, at night, during, like, when the sun sets, you start smelling a lot of turkey shit, man. It was horrible, guys. Anybody from Chicago that's been there, man, you guys know what I'm talking about, man. It's right next to a turkey farm. It was horrible. It just smelled like shit. It was horrible. But, you know, before I got shipped out, you know, and go backpedal a little, when I was with this teacher was hooking me up, man. She ended up giving me $500, man, 5 $100 bills, and I had it cuffed in my boxers. And you know, it was about 6 months into my year across the board in Lawrence, and I was my celly was a Raza. He was a Raza from Cicero, man. And one day the money fell out of my boxers and hit the floor, and he seen it. And I ended up telling him the story, everything that was going on. And mind you, guys, you got to be careful about shit you say, man, because people are snakes, man, and they will snake your ass left and right in the penitentiary, just as well as out here. But especially there, trying to get a time cut, trying to get time out of SEG. So, long story short, man, I ended up told him the story and shit. And one morning, we were sleeping. We always stayed up all night. Because you're in SEG, you stay up all night, you sleep all day, you know. You wake up for your meals, you put your meals to the side so you don't get hungry. You wake up and you eat that shit at night, man. You eat everything at once because it's a bigger portion and you get more, your stomach more full, you know. But one day, it had to be about 4 or 5 in the morning, guys. Right before breakfast, I hear the door pop. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because that shit ain't normal, man. Your door don't ever pop, especially that early in the morning. Oh, they come in that bitch, 2 white shirts and a sergeant and like 2 COs. They raid my ass. They grab me, put me in cuffs. And they fucking take me out the cell, man. And they go start searching through all my shit. And they find the fucking money I had, man. They find the fucking, all the $500 bills I had. And they ended up fucking taking me to internal affairs. They're telling me, oh, this, all that. Fucking, we're going to give you some more time. I'm like, whatever. I didn't say shit. Well, they ended up giving me the 3rd degree, man. And they gave me wrote me up for unauthorized property inside a penal institution for having that money. And, you know, I went back to the cell. And guess what? The Raza from Cicero, that was my celly. He was my celly, mind you, for like 6 months, man. So we were close, man. Because when you're in a cell together like that, especially in SEG, when you guys are in a cell together like that, you guys get close, man. No matter what gang you're in, if you guys are opposites, no matter what, man, you guys are living together in a fucking bathroom. Remember, like I told you before, so you guys have no choice, man. You got to be cordial with each other, you know? Well, what do you want to do? You want to be miserable as fuck every day? Oh, I hate this motherfucker. Nah, man, you got to have an open mind, man. Especially when you're in the penitentiary, man. Because they throw you with whoever, man. You guys could be fucking arch rivals outside in the streets. But when you're locked up in that cell, you have to be together, man. You guys got to cook together. You got to share together. You got to smell each other's shit. You got to fucking smell each other's farts. You got to do all that, man, you know? You hope that you get a good person that's there. That has common courtesy and respect. But anyway, I go back and that Raza, he's gone out the cell, so I already knew he fucking ratted on me. I already fucking knew he ratted on me, man. So yeah, I mean, I was in the cell, you know, they tried to give me some more time, but I grieved it. And once you write a grievance, guys, you write a grievance to Springfield. Springfield has the all in and all say in everything in Illinois penitentiaries, man. Like, you write grievances to Springfield, and Springfield has the final say, whether they go through with the fucking time they're trying to give you or whether they overturn it. And I got so lucky, guys, because whenever they moved dude out the cell, I asked to be moved too. I went to a bottom cell. I had been there for a while, and I had some rapport with the COs, you know. So they moved me to a bottom cell. I was in the bottom cell on the bottom floor, tier 1, and right next to me was he was a old time Black Stone, but he was a Stone Ranger. He was like 70 years old, guys, and he was on a circuit. He was on a circuit meaning every 5 years, and he did all his time in SEG. That's how big this dude was. He was like a shot caller, man, for the Peace Stone Rangers, man. And he was on a circuit. Like every 5 years, they changed him to another joint, man. It was crazy. This guy had so much pull, and he did all his time in SEG, and he was never getting out. He had a life sentence, you know. And the man has so much knowledge, man. I gave him the rundown on what happened, how they took my money, and they did all this. The man ended up writing a grievance. He wrote a long-ass grievance for me to Springfield. And we sent it out because basically we're saying, yeah, I had money, which it was unauthorized property that I was not supposed to have in the penitentiary, but it was still my money. So they had no right to take it. You know, he wrote me it was like a 3-page grievance, guys. You know, I wish I still had it. I could share with you guys, but, you know, just to give you guys, paint a picture of how it was. You know, we sent it out to Springfield, and you know, it was like 6 months went by, and I ended up getting out of there. I ended up going home, and I never heard nothing back. You know, but like 1 year after I had got out, the address that I was at, I got a check in the mail for fucking $500, guys. Could you believe it? No bullshit, man. The man, you know, God bless him, man. I wonder how he's doing, if he's still living or not. But that was a long time ago, but God bless that man, you know. He didn't have to do that. He helped me out, man. The man has so much knowledge. He had been locked up like 48 years, man. It's crazy when you're talking to a person that's been locked up behind those doors, behind those walls for 48 years. Talking to a person and they're asking you so many questions about the world, about how shit is, man. It's just nuts, man. It's just crazy, man. But I ended up getting that money back. And I just remember thinking to myself, holy shit, man, that grievance went through, man, for Springfield, and they overturned it, man. Well, yeah, guys, it was just one experience, you know, just one quick little story I wanted to share with you guys about what happened to me, you know, when I was behind those doors, locked up in the joint. You know, it was crazy. I have plenty more, you know. You guys share some feedback with me. Let me know how you guys feel. Let me know what you think about that story, because I got plenty more, guys, I can share with you, you know. And like I said before, I thank God and I thank my higher power that I'm in a position to succeed today. I have a great job. I have a great house, a great family, a great wife. And I'm just, you know, grateful for everything that I went through, because it's taught me. It taught me that I'll never want to go back to that place, you know. And I keep all that stuff up front, guys, you know. And I'm just grateful to this day. I'm blessed. And I just want to say peace and thanks for listening. But drop some comments and drop some likes. Let me know how you guys like that story, man. Peace.